Hello and welcome to what is a beginning series of an all blue worm bin or a Perionyx Excavatus bin. I have here in my hand, because I don't want to stress them out, I have one blue worm and one red wiggler. And I wanted to show you, you see that one, Speedy Gonzalez? That's the blue worm. You can see how his clitellum is flush with the body. It's lighter in color and it's much closer to the head. Yes, they're fast. They're thinner than the wigglers. And the clitellum of the red wiggler, when they're not all there we go. The clitellum is further from the head and bulging. You can see how the red wiggler is kind of just there, and this Perionyx is just all over the place. But it's not always easy to tell them apart. And that's why so many people get confused when they get blues mixed in with reds. But you see, this, he's just darn lazy. There's that clitellum of his. And this one's all over the place. Yep. So here they are, side by side. Okay. Just wanted to give you a little peek at them before we start our update of the Perionyx bin. And this is what the bin looks inside. I started it with leaves and coconut core and shredded paper and cardboard. I put in a little bit of food. And I've been collecting the blue worms as they were crawling. So if I do find any wigglers in here, I will be removing them. But you can see how fast these guys move. I want to get away from the light. There aren't many worms in here. So we will be keeping track of their reproduction, and hopefully they're going to give me a nice large colony, because they are known to be wonderful breeders. They are not recommended for beginners simply because they're not as forgiving as the red wigglers and will crawl on you if the conditions aren't to their liking. They don't like the temperatures too cold or too hot, even though they're a tropical worm. Whereas the red wigglers have a wider range of temperatures that they will tolerate. These guys will not. And also, if it starts to rain, they'll be the first ones crawling on you. Here's a nice... Okay, so this guy is a red wiggler because of his clitellum. So I'm going to be removing him. But I'm not going to feed this bin just yet because there aren't a lot of worms in here. And I did feed it a little bit. But I just wanted to give you guys a peek inside and tell you about this new experiment that I'm doing. I just want to see if I can work with these guys, because I've never really had them all by themselves. They've always kind of been mixed in to the rest of my bins, except for the European night crawlers and the African night crawlers. My worms are pretty much mixed. So we'll see how these guys do over the winter, and if I'll be able to get a nice population growing. So we'll see you next week.